get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
But let's get to brass tacks here.
That's the right one. So much for our super epic intro there. Let's go ahead and pop into this motherfucker. How you doing, everybody? It's the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 46. We're your hosts, Rick and Adam. My name is Rick. You just gonna sit there?
Fuck. We should have did it. You know, I'm still stewing about that. So.
Oh, get over it. We've already talked about Doyle Hargraves at nauseum on this show like months ago.
Was it?
Yeah, we've brought him up several times.
Call in. I disagree.
Well, anyway, happy 4th of July, everybody. It's Independence Day. So it's been a beautiful year so far. Hopefully,
great. I mean, wow. Who would have thought?
But hopefully we can get through today without any kind of craziness. You know, there's been a lot of ramblings online about, we're about to experience another attack. It's our Independence Day. It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
Attack? What do you mean?
I've just been, on the internet, like especially on like the conspiracy subreddit, and then also like around the Chans and stuff. There's a lot of talk about like, oh, you guys be ready. There's probably going to be something crazy happening on 4th of July. Like everybody is speculating on some attack or whatever, but it's like...
Probably not.
Well, I don't think so either, because first of all, it's too on the nose. I feel like if anyone's going to do something like that, it's going to be from left field. They're not going to do it on a day where there's already heightened security to begin with. You know what I mean? I feel like if anything
is there heightened security today? I don't know.
Well, if there's any, that's another thing too. Is like
usually there would be, right?
But
because there'd be
events
going on.
Any events?
Right? No, there's nothing going on. There's no security today. Mostly, yes. Every other year, there's they're having all these, especially on a 4th of July on Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on.
So in general, I feel like if you were gonna be planning some kind of like crazy terrorist attack or some kind of craziness in general, like today it'd be a really bad time to do it, because I mean, there's gonna be less people out than ever. Ain't nobody out there trying to get drunk in public.
No, everyone's gonna have their niche parties at their houses or get-togethers and stuff,
and just infect one another in small circles and send them back out into the world.
I mean, well, okay, what are you gonna do at this point? What are you gonna do? You can't hang out with anyone.
Well,
we've been hanging out. You're a hypocrite. We've been hanging out for weeks.
Well, no, that's different, though. You and I, all of us pretty much stay to our own little contained environments for the most part, aside from work.
Well, I mean, beside from work. That's the biggest caveat I've ever heard of.
Right, but I'm wearing a mask and gloves all the time and constantly washing everything and sanitizing
I go into
everything.
work in downtown. Logan goes to work.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I keep forgetting you're going to work as a normal person now. You're not.
Yeah, it was a choice. Yeah.
You keep saying that, but I feel like, no, as long as I know
you want me to work from home for a week to prove it to you? No.
I kind of miss that, because like we could pop in, we could do like a little hangout, we could do our streams together.
It's just I need a routine.
That is a routine. That's the best
working
routine.
From home for me, it doesn't work for me. I need a routine. I need to like go in and.
Do you not realize how many people would give a testicle to be able to just stay at home and work from the comfort of their homes? I mean,
sure, I get it. I just cannot. I can't. What do you want me to do?
I deal with alcoholics all day, Adam, and you're up here wasting a gift.
No, working from home is not necessarily a gift.
I don't know. I don't. See
and
it
I
that
drive
way.
an hour into work.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's just too much. Yeah, I don't. The Army fucked you up.
No, I'm just saying.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
No,
Happy 4th
what
of
I'm
July.
saying is, that routine.
Yeah, exactly. You had that routine.
You go
drilled into you.
No, at work.
Adam got sexually assaulted his first year in the armed forces.
No. What
He's
I'm saying
got Stockholm syndrome.
It's nice to go to work and have a routine, and it sucks. Like, if you're in a service industry, you can't even go to work.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you're well, that's another thing too, is like, I feel like here in Colorado, at least, it was kind of a tease. Like they did that soft opening of restaurants and shit like that. But now they're trying to like scale it back again.
Well, so bars that don't sell anything but alcohol, like, or, provide just drinks and stuff, those have to be shut down.
Rightfully
But if you're
so.
a bar that does bar food, you can still be open, but it's a whole thing like with separation and stuff.
Yeah, like a dining area.
But
and
you look at Colorado, and I think there's one other state west of the Mississippi. We may have talked about that last time, but that are actually have progress compared to like, I mean, it's still not good, but
right.
Still doing better.
yeah, a lot better than.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Also, Executive Intern Logan's here as well. I think I skipped that in the intro because we went straight to fighting.
Well, yeah, because you kind of muted his microphone. I feel
I
like
did not.
when he said something earlier, I could barely hear what he said. I actually could not audible. Like
both
wasn't
of your
audible.
mics are up at the same level.
Now they are. I saw you move them.
No, you didn't.
Logan, call in.
Call
Logan.
in. Yeah, okay. Look
They
at
were
you.
at the same level the entire time.
He
Adam.
knows he is lying.
No, I don't. I couldn't hear what he said.
You stumbled. You stumbled over your words,
No,
and that's how
when
I
he
know
first
you know.
when he first said something, I didn't know what he said.
I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth.
I bet you, when people listen to this, they'd be like, "Oh, I can't hear what he said." I know Logan spoke.
Well, Logan
can't tell
also
what he said.
leans back like a fucking fat man when he's trying to speak into the microphone.
No, he was
doesn't-
at the levels, like his distance was fine. I just couldn't hear him. And I did see you move those fucking things. So
I just don't think that's true.
Mm.
You
that's
can-
why they need to have these cameras on.
Well, yeah, okay. We'll start doing that soon. You know, if you ever stuck around for a live stream, maybe.
Look, dog.
Daddy is always in and out. He does these episodes and he gets the fuck out of here. He's just so nervous. He doesn't. You know you're nervous. He doesn't like being down here. He thinks he's gonna catch a stray bullet every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Always looking around.
I'd like to be because
It makes me uncomfortable.
I worked from home for how many months? You know,
so now you're being reintroduced
now I go to
into
work.
the world.
Yeah, I feel like that. I went to I go to work now, but I park in a garage that's in under a high rise, so I don't have to worry about anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just
Speaking of precautions and shit, you know what I didn't like? So like yesterday I had to go to the dentist, and yesterday just sucked because like I told you, it literally felt like
I will say your face looked very
like swollen and shit.
very different yesterday.
Yeah, it's because I got like 4 fillings, and they were drilling all over my mouth. And
It looked very like I don't know how to describe it, but it looked like
a different shape. It looked kind of mushed up a
it
little
was
bit.
like a very like yeah.
Yeah, I felt so ugly afterwards too, because you know me, I'm a very vain man, and I don't like to look anything less than perfect like I normally do. And
Probably think the song's about you.
Shut up. I saw you over there looking into the corner like you were ready to fire one off at me.
It's a great song.
But something that bothered me, like I love my dentist and I love the office. They're really fucking cool. But what I didn't like is that when I walked in, you know, you have to use the little opener for the door. You have to touch the door handle. And I go in there expecting to see hand sanitizer so that Daddy can sanitize. Naturally. No hand sanitizer.
Is he a red pill?
I mean, I like to think he is. But
probably a red pill.
Yeah, I think you're just a pill. But I went in the back. I went to the bathroom. I washed my hands and everything. That's not a big deal. But so I almost really, really embarrassed myself. And so before I tell a story, like you know how like when you're sitting in school, especially in the morning time, you know you're sitting there, your teacher's talking whatever the fuck, you might catch a random boner. Yeah, and that's when the whole waistband thing comes into play.
Well,
you try to find a way to
when we
conceal
were
it.
at that age, it was your testosterone shooting through the roof.
Yeah.
You're popping boners
You just want
because
to fuck something.
someone just said a funny or not even like something bizarre. It's just like you not even that. You would just get a boner.
Yeah, your teacher.
You would just get a boner and there would not be any like sexual thoughts.
Exactly. So I sit down, they call my name, I sit down in the chair and I'm waiting for the doctor to come up, or the dentist to come up, and I'm wearing some very loose jogging pants, and I didn't have any underwear on underneath. And as I'm sitting there waiting, I start getting a random rod. Like I started plumping up in the seat. And you know how hard it is, like once you're, how hard it is, but you know how difficult it is once you start getting a boner to make it go away.
It's almost like there's no turning back.
Yeah, and so this one of his assistants, this chick was walking towards my little corner where I was with some paperwork, and she got like right almost to the divider to where I was, and I could see a visible outline of my cock in my pants, and I was like, God, no, this woman's gonna see me with a boner, and I had to I forgot what I thought about. I pinched my arm and I thought about something horrible, and it went down, but 0 hour, dude. Right as she was getting to the divider, my little chub kind of went down. And you know how like when you're laying on your back like that, the boner went and just like as it was coming down, it chose a side to fall on, and as soon as it chose a side to fall on, it just sunk down and disappeared. It was literally like some 0 hour shit. As soon as she got up to the divider, it went down all of a sudden. But I was so embarrassed anyway, just because like I'm 31 years old. What am I doing getting random fucking like schoolboy boners in the dentist office? Was I molested in a dentist office? And that's
no,
just like
I don't think so. I will get random boners to this day as well.
I get them when I'm driving a lot. That's like another thing. If I'm sitting and there's some vibration going on and daddy's stuff starts rattling around a little bit.
I don't even know if it's about that, but there's been some random boners for sure.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Hey, Logan, you're a young man. You probably still get random boners, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There you go.
Have you ever not been able to do the waistband trick though? Like, have you ever gotten called to the fucking board to do something or got called in front of the class and you weren't able to get rid of the boner?
I've had that shit happen at work. Like,
He's like, it's right now. It's happening right now. Just tent it up. So I had another trick that I would use when I couldn't get the boner into the waistband. I would put my hand into my pocket and I would just hold it under my pocket. And yeah, I know you still know what's going on, but you're not going to give them the satisfaction of seeing you with a boner. They know you have a boner.
That
you know
hurts, dude.
It doesn't feel great, but it's still, I'm not going to let the class see the outline of my cog. I'm already not sporting anything impressive.
Well,
so
no,
like,
I get what you're saying. Like you want to, you at that age, dude, you can't be walking in front of a class,
no,
rocking a boner.
I was too busy fucking dressing up like a Jedi and having lightsaber fights with my friends in the hallway.
That's not true.
I totally did.
Please tell me you weren't doing that.
Yeah, I promise. So 10th grade, 9th and 10th grade.
no.
This is some of the cringiest shit I've ever done in my life. But yeah, so my friends and I, we all decided, hey, we'll dress up like Jedi and it would be really funny. You know, we'll like be walking down the hallway and we'll all come from different directions. And once we meet in the center, we all whip out our lightsabers and we start dueling.
I think we need a new host, Adam.
You guys
I would
can all
agree.
Go fuck your mothers,
Yeah,
dude.
I would agree.
But
Get the fuck out of my house!
But so we would do that, and we did it at the end of 9th grade, and then we did it at the end of in the middle of 10th grade, and it got a fucking 0 from everybody. Even the school,
Of course.
even the teachers were kind of looking at us like, guys, what are you doing? Like, I remember one of my science teachers giving me this look like, dude, you just fucked yourself for the rest of your career here.
Your career here? It's a fucking high school, dude.
My pussy career.
Well, yeah, but that, I mean, okay, well.
Went out the window. It's like I learned how to do a bunch of backflips and all this cool shit, and I've always had luxurious looking beautiful hair, so like I was already just a
Disagree
sex magnet
on the hair thing, but go ahead.
As soon as I started doing the Jedi thing, that just went out the window. But I switched schools in 10th grade because I went to the academy, you know.
Oh, you weren't a public school person like myself.
No, I went
Logan,
to public
did you go to
school.
public school?
I did go to public
Okay.
school.
Yeah, I went to public school until like 10th grade.
Yeah, and you went to some upper crust.
It still was technically a public school. You had to apply to get in, though. You had to like be interviewed and stuff.
Okay.
It was an easy application process. They took me.
You're
I
an
mean, for
elitist.
fuck's sake.
Well, fair enough.
I'm an elitist. Go fuck your mother, dude. Coming from the guy who's always crossing his arms and trying not to laugh at things because he doesn't want to show emotion, you corpse.
But you do bring up a good point. That
Thank you. I know I do.
So
Go fuck your mother. But anyway, yeah, I really did fuck up. So if you're ever thinking about doing something like that, like a Jedi flash mob, just don't do it.
look, we don't think when we're young. I still barely think.
Yeah, I was
You know?
super into anime. I was just trying to get me a fucking Japanese waifu. That's all I needed. Quit touching the microphone so much too with your goddamn gorilla broadcasting.
You know, it's not coming through. I'm being professional about it.
You are about as professional as a child molester. Well, actually, that didn't make sense, I guess.
I don't know if that really makes sense.
Well,
But
this day and age, you have to be a pretty sophisticated operation to get away with anything. I mean, shit, you got billionaires and shit coming out and all this other,
dude,
which we'll get into
some
that a little bit.
breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
We'll get into that in just a
you
moment.
ruined
But
it.
beforehand, have you guys seen these goddamn anti-vaping commercials?
Unfortunately,
So-
they're very cringy.
Yes.
Like-
yes. And it's like they try to hit you with the same intensity that they used to try to hit you with like the cigarette ads. You know, they try to make
exactly the same.
it seem,
I feel like they go for like more like the anti-drug ads, like meth and shit now.
True, yeah, it
I
is
feel
very much
that.
like a
I
heroin
feel
ad.
Yeah, it feels very much so like that.
It feels
like,
way more intense than like anti-cigarette ads.
yeah, oh yeah, it's like it destroyed my vape. Yeah,
So-
vaping has ruined my life.
Exactly.
Cigarettes are awesome.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Cigarettes. Oh look, they will eventually ruin my life.
Eventually.
Unless technology, they could come up with some stuff and if they can give me a decade,
That's true.
I'll be fine with it. They'll do some, whatever stuff.
Didn't I say something recently to you? I was like, yeah, I should probably start scaling back my smoking and stuff like that. And you were like, dude, by the time that shit even hurts
Yes.
you, we'll have a cure or
Most
something.
likely, there's a lot of stuff going on.
But
So,
how much is it going to cost? And where will I be financially at that position in time? Like, I don't know. I might always be a scrub. Who knows? If this show doesn't go anywhere. I'm banking my entire future on this show.
Well, I mean, say in 10 years it goes somewhere,
Sans.
then we're getting. Don't even say that.
Yeah, Adam doesn't like Dragon Ball Z either. Big surprise.
I mean, I entertained it when I was in like 8th grade. I was still kind of into it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Krillin, yeah, I got.
That's the only one you know.
No,
We've gone over
Vegeta.
this. Okay, you know all the fucking... Name another one. That's not Goku.
shit. Who's the green guy?
Which fucking one?
The green guy with the white thing on his head?
That's Piccolo.
Piccolo. I know him.
It's a turban.
Yeah, well.
It's actually a training weight. In one
I
of
don't
the episodes when he's
I don't
training
care what
Gohan,
it
it's
is.
very heavy.
I was into it then. It's just, I don't know.
That's okay. You get a pass on that one.
Yeah.
We'll give you a pass. But anyway, on Hulu especially, I was watching
Super
Hulu.
Vegeta.
Shut up. It's Super
Super
Saiyan.
Saiyan Vegeta.
Okay. But the past few days, I've noticed, while I'm watching Hulu especially, you get bombarded with these, the real cost, or what they're called. It's called the real cost campaign. And like, they're always talking about how dangerous vaping is. And like, there's one where the guy's like he's like, we're illustrated using computer graphics how dangerous it is to vape. And it's like, dude, anyone can make anything look sinister with CGI. But
Yeah.
the one that caught my eye was this one that they keep playing, and it's with it features this douchebag from Colorado Springs, and he talks about how it fucked up his football career. But I have that queued up, and I just wanted to like listen to it real quick because it's very, very cringy.
Vaping's passe, dude.
Well, vaping's cringy, and that brings up another good point too, is that this was published March 2nd, 2020. Is anyone even vaping like that anymore? I don't ever see people vaping anymore.
What do you mean?
Like, I just don't think it's as fashionable as it used to be. Like, these ad
I
campaigns
don't know
are
if
coming
I can
out
agree
way
with
too
that.
late.
I see these younger people in their 20s,
Yeah,
they're still vaping.
true. And I guess you would see it more often since you work downtown, and like you see more.
I literally
people.
sit next to someone in their cube. They'll have one of those.
They vape indoors.
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, they like spit it down in the corner of the cubicle or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bag of shit. They should have their fucking trachea broken with a phone book.
Well,
That's annoying.
it's a female that I'm speaking of.
Same thing. I don't care. You should chop her trachea.
No, I think a lot of people do it. Also, what I've noticed, I think a lot of these 20 or in their 20s
Mm-hmm.
are vaping, like doing vape weed at work.
Well, yeah. If you're vaping one, you're vaping the other. That's
I
the
agree.
thing. Is like a lot of these cannabis vapors, they convert to the nicotine vape as well, so that they can just, especially with their little what do they call those? What's the popular one? The pods.
Jewel.
Oh yeah, Jewel. Who will save? Those things. They make another one, like that company makes another one called a PAX pen.
I know we
and it looks-
used to use those
I'm
all
saying it
the
for
time.
the listener, you fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not everyone has the same fucking reference of bullshit as we do, okay? So for the listener, and in case someone doesn't live in a state where marijuana is legal and out
Well,
in the
that
open.
sucks. You should get over to a state that it is.
No, don't. Or, well, yeah, go ahead,
no,
but
a
not
state,
Colorado.
not
Yeah.
this state. I mean, it's too
Stay
full.
the fuck out of Colorado.
It says no vacancy when you go through Nebraska or
Yeah.
Kansas or something. You
You need to start shooting
No
tires
vacancy.
out right at the Kansas state line.
Yeah, that's all right. I get it. We all want to be here, but that's
But-
probably not.
But the same exact design as a Jewel, same exact pod design, everything like that. So I mean, you've
It's
got
the
these
same
crossovers.
manufacturer.
Yeah, you get these crossovers that like they're vaping one, so now they're gonna vape the other, and it just becomes a whole vape
Right.
addiction. But
Vape addiction.
Vape's addiction. Vape says. Fuck me.
No, that was good.
No, I didn't feel good about it. But
It's dated. That's
It is.
why.
It is. But let's get into this little ad here.
I thought vaping could be a stress reliever. I was trying to make a decision of where I wanted to play college football at. I felt like no one was there for me. That's when I would pull out the vape and hit it. It was not helping me cope. It was canceling out my ability to cope. Vaping for me, though, negatively impacted my performance. I was at the gym one day and I walked out and it felt like someone put a 500-pound weight on my chest. Now I'm realizing what repercussions I'm gonna have to go through for the rest of my life.
500-pound weight?
Don't let nicotine addiction control you. What is that? Okay.
We should put one out that just says, smoke a cigarette like a fucking man.
Yeah, come on. Light up a cigarette.
Yeah,
it's a great stress reliever.
It is. It is. And in my opinion, there are certain cigarettes out there like, Camel Turkish Royals. That one's on us. But, those are very good cigarettes and I enjoy them. Especially after a meal.
Yeah. Well, Turkish Royals are a very bizarre one. It just seems to spread like a virus.
We're just trying.
Everyone just starts, like you have one person and everyone just starts smoking the Turkish Royals.
Well, it's the cigarette everyone always asks for too, I noticed.
Of course.
Even if they have cigarettes on them.
Well,
they're like, oh, I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm like, yes, you have.
We should get a sponsor.
No, I think that's what we're
Camel,
pushing for.
Come on. Let's go.
Oh, then I'd be so fucked, dude. Like my entire bookcase would just be full of cartons of cigarettes.
You'd start putting money in empty cigarette cartons.
Yeah. Oh God. Don't talk about that.
What? Because somebody's going, oh, he's got money in bags.
That's the one thing that I'm candid about is my cash bags. I have literal cash bags just laying around my room.
Yeah.
I actually consolidated them all into one big cash bag. You can look into that right there. Look at that wad. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I actually don't want to touch that.
I was going to say, don't touch it because I know you. You're going to get all weird and have to get up and wash your hands. All right, quit fucking with the cash bag.
Okay. It's a bit misleading, but...
Well, yeah, it's a lot of ones. Don't get it twisted. It's from like...
It's literally 35 ones.
It's actually 193 ones. I counted them yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, it's very thick.
There's a couple of fucking fives in there. I think. It's like $204 in there, I think.
Yeah.
Put it back and quit crinkling the bag up. I'm trying to save the structural integrity. Oh, look, now he's knocking his liquor over.
No. Because there's a change bag as well.
There is a change bag.
That's what I was looking.
I segregate my change and my cash. Yeah, we get it.
Change bag.
There's a bag of change.
It's about $5 in change.
Probably
25.
Dude, all right, we're getting into bad news. Shut your mouth.
All right.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit.
All right, so as we all know, Miss Ghislaine Maxwell, she done been arrested.
Yeah, so I broke that story to Rick.
Very timely fashion, too.
A couple days ago. Very excited about this because if you go back, I don't know, a while, it really bugged me how they got Epstein. And I continually would talk about why haven't they arrested Ghislaine?
Yeah, because she's tantamount.
She's just as guilty.
Yeah, she's tantamount to catching Epstein himself.
Fucking British bitch,
and also
she's British. And she's a whoa! Did I blow your mind? She's a bitch. She was fucking seducing 12-year-old chicks.
No, that's why I stopped when I was laughing because I was at first I was laughing at you and then I started.
I don't want to be out of line here, but she's a bitch. She's probably a cunt.
Well, of course, dude.
Yeah, she's a piece of garbage.
So, and not only that, but her whole entire family is full of fucking garbage.
Her
people.
father. Look into her father.
Well, her brothers too. Big giant pieces of
really?
shit.
I don't know much about the brothers.
Oh, they were what was it they got in trouble for? They did some type of shit where they defrauded a company that they owned and that's what it was. They took $400-something million out of a pension fund for one of their companies, yep. And obviously nothing happened to them. They haven't suffered any kind of real anything. But just a whole family full of shitbags. And like you've mentioned before, the dad there, he died under mysterious circumstances.
He was on his yacht.
They said he
drowned.
fell. They said he fell off of his yacht
and
drowned.
Yeah, drowned.
Which
how is that?
Well, if you've ever been on a yacht, Adam, you are pretty high up So depending on where he was on the yacht, and I'm guessing since he was a fucking billionaire, he had a pretty nice sized yacht. So
Sure.
if he fell off and hit himself on something or fell off that way.
Right. Those have railings. How do you fall off?
Well, I mean, you're a billionaire.
What do you think
so
yachts
probably,
have these 2-inch? If you're a billionaire, you put 2-inch railings.
I'm saying if
He
you're a
fell
billionaire,
off because he was fucking pushed off, and it was they was suicided.
They lied to me about the Gulf of Tonkin
Exactly.
incident.
I think that if I was a billionaire, I'd be doing cocaine, fucking abroad on the railing of that yacht, and there's a good possibility that I could fall
So
off
it's not
and
even
die.
about that. He had connections to multiple government agencies in Russia, Israel, places like that.
They're gonna find you in your underwear, fucking shot in the back of the head like Stacks from fucking Goodfellas.
No, but I'm telling you, her father was potentially a spy.
Right. Well, I mean, there's also a lot of speculation that she and Epstein himself
Yes,
were also,
of course. This is
foreign
what
assets
a lot
and all
of
this other
governments
shit.
do. Like, so you can define the trail of how Epstein made his money. No one can ever answer that question.
Right. He was just a financier.
Financier? What the fuck is a financier?
Yeah.
I know all about finance. In that world. I've never heard of anyone's a financier without a background of being a financier.
Right.
He didn't come from some rich family.
No, not at all.
How did he get all these hundreds of millions of dollars of net worth?
Because he was getting to bitches.
Teacher before?
He was a teacher.
Exactly. A math teacher, like for a middle school or something, a private school.
And a middle school or a high school is a pretty good place to start.
The guy who got him the job was Ghislaine Maxwell's father.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, see, this just stinks to high heaven.
And it's all, they were, I don't know, I don't want to say what government it could be. It's probably not the United States government, so it's a government that
Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, but, yeah.
What, Logan?
I don't know the connection to that.
Dropping pills. A
little bit.
Dropping them red pews.
Yeah. It's pretty apparent that they developed a lot of these like honey trap type of tactics.
Right. Well,
it may have just backfired on them because this guy ended up being a fucking kid fucker.
Exactly.
Basically.
Exactly. And it also sounds like he was just too brazen about what he was doing, and the fact that he was in the public eye, that's always what fucks people up in the long run, even though they didn't know a lot about the guy and about the chick, but
was probably intentional though.
Oh, okay.
I can take a picture with I'll be in Chelsea Clinton's Ghislaine's in Chelsea Clinton's wedding. You can not in their wedding, but
yeah, you can
as
see
she's
her
walking
in
out,
attendance.
she's there in the front row.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, man. But so I pulled a couple of clips though concerning the whole arrest of Ghislaine, and if you want, we can go into.
Did they talk about the fact? So she was caught in New Hampshire.
Yes, actually, they show her house and everything.
She
too.
was smuggled there in a propane tank.
Yeah,
Did they say that on
I don't think they say that.
Yes.
They said that they
propane
stake
tank,
out.
a big propane tank. They put her in to smuggle her into that $1 million house. Which in New Hampshire, I mean, $1 million goes a pretty long way.
Yeah, I mean, and her house looked nice too. They show
it's
it.
not her house.
In one of these things.
That's the whole thing. That's not.
They
her
said
house.
she bought it for like a couple mil, like in cash.
She bought it while
the
FBI is looking for her.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. Someone brought her there in a propane tank.
Right. Well, obviously she bought it through other means.
Right.
But
She's
that's
not
how
on the
much.
title of that house. Ooh, sorry.
No.
This is my point. I spit a little bit.
It's okay. I think we'll survive. Oh, you spit on the screen.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I was trying to.
Don't get me worked up. I'm trying to play a clip over here. You over here making fun of me. You know
Rick's
how I
gonna
am
have to be
about these
tucking some
screens.
boners soon here.
I'm already talking a boner. We're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, dude. Those gross old tits.
Well,
joining us, I'm Natalie Pascarello.
And I'm Stephen Holt. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Ghislaine Maxwell, a major player in the Epstein abuse allegations, accused of helping facilitate his alleged sex trafficking operation and even participating in the abuse herself. Well, today, the FBI
That's the
tracked her
house?
down in New Hampshire.
Part of it.
Let's go to our chief investigative reporter, Jonathan Deans, in the
I
newsroom.
love this
John, you
guy
broke
because
this
of the
story.
wording he
What
uses.
information do you have for us?
Well, socialite Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested by the FBI around 8:30 this morning. She'd been hiding out in a 150-acre estate, apparently paid for with $1 million in cash. Victims were waiting for this day, the arrest of a woman who allegedly helped millionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse
She's a pedophile
girls
too.
as young
Yeah,
as
exactly.
14. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's one-time girlfriend and now accused sex trafficker, was put in handcuffs. The FBI taking her into custody at this New Hampshire estate. The FBI New York director calling her a, quote, villain.
And more recently, we learned she had slithered away to a gorgeous property.
She slithered away like she's fucking Cobra Commander.
She slithered away.
Yeah. She was hiding in a propane tank, Sam.
It was murder.
She had touched him down there.
Hampshire, continuing to live a life of privilege while her victims live with the trauma inflicted upon them years ago.
Prosecutors say not only did Maxwell recruit young girls for Epstein, but she actually took part in sexually abusing the teens. They say the abuse took place in Epstein's Upper East Side townhouse, his Florida estate, and his ranch in New Mexico. Epstein was charged 1 year ago with sexually abusing girls from 2002 to 2005. They say Maxwell was involved even earlier.
This case against Ghislaine Maxwell is the prequel to the earlier case that we brought against Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein, a financier turned pedophile, killed himself.
Financier
turned pedophile.
No, yeah, it was. He was never a financier. He was always a pedophile. He didn't. Finance turned him into a pedophile. Oh, we got this money. They're gonna just start fucking little kids.
He checked his he checked his bank statement. Once you passed $1 billion, you just want to fuck a kid.
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
I turned into a pedophile at that point.
Give me a baby.
Last August, inside the MCC jail in Lower Manhattan. He was awaiting trial on the sex trafficking charges. Maxwell, the daughter of a British newspaper magnate, has long denied any involvement.
Newspaper. So her father, implicated as being a spy, he started newspaper.
Yeah.
Gee, why would a government want someone who owns a newspaper in their pocketbook?
I don't know, Adam. That just sounds asinine to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, all those.
Quit smacking your lips before you talk.
No. There's the Rupert Murdochs. I think he's probably dead. I think he died recently. Maybe he's not dead.
Intern Logan, can you see if Rupert Murdoch is dead? I do believe you're right, though.
But like those organizations like that, CNN, I think they all have some agreement with the United States government or other governments to influence them.
Still alive.
How old is he?
He
89. 89.
Yeah.
I was going to say 872.
So yeah, he owns Fox.
Right. All amongst a bunch of other shit.
Fox, Sky News in England, and yeah, things like that.
I thought he had something to do with. Didn't he have his own network outside of Sky in the UK? Didn't he have his own
Sky is out. That is his network. But how do you have an outside one beyond that?
Well, I didn't know if he owned. I thought he owned multiple in the UK. I didn't know.
I don't know.
I don't know a whole lot about the dude, to be quite honest. I know what he looks like, and he is ghoulish.
Yeah, there is a lot.
A lot of networks.
Yeah, he owns just about anything Fox does. Yep. Sky, News Corp.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking of.
News Corp.
Yeah, thinking of.
That's
I can't speak.
Overall umbrella, though.
I have too much coffee in me. I'm all jittery.
Told you.
I'm like one of those one-day chip guys at an AA meeting.
Got my one-day chip.
Yeah, News Corp is an American company.
What's that?
News Corp is based out of America.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, you shouldn't have that much reach and that much.
Well, that's why the governments will seek these people out, because they have it's waning now because the internet is essentially pretty powerful. You could have an independent news show on the internet.
Well, you can also
get very popular.
You can also, if you want certain information that you would get through those conventional senses back then, now you can basically just encrypt your messages and speak to the people you need to speak to directly.
Whoa, slow down, because you know what's going to happen. They're trying to pass a bill, which you probably don't have anything on.
No, I know about it, though. I know that it's happening.
I know. I sent it to you to say we should pull an article about it. The fact that...
Go fuck your mother. You just breeze right over it. You really are just a piece of shit.
The American
laughing yourself into an early grave.
So the government's trying to pass a law right now where they can access your encrypted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you keep on, dude. You see me over here just seething. I'm giving Adam this look right now. I just want to fucking beat him to death.
Pure hate in the room tonight.
I'm sweating. I wasn't sweating up until just now. I'm just angry at you.
He's gonna give himself a heart attack. All the alcohol and cigarettes is finally gonna catch up.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
Right at this one moment.
I'm at my Berlin point.
But they're trying to pass a law right now because everyone's locked up.
Right.
About not being able, or the government will be able to access if you send stuff secured, encrypted.
Yeah.
Whatever way you do it.
Which completely makes it a moot point.
What are we doing here? I mean, what? So that's basically, so you can open my mail if we get physical mail? Can you open that and then read it?
Well, that's exactly how they would interpret it if they ever needed to. I bet you 100% that's exactly what they would do. They would start using it not only for electronic correspondence, but just, your physical, like regular USPS shit as well.
Because right now you can't, you need a warrant to read someone's mail.
Well, that's a massive violation of your fucking privacy, dude. I mean, same thing with your email, same thing with anything like that. Like, not everyone using encrypted messaging is breaking the law. I would say, in fact, it's probably the opposite. People are trying to get information to one another like in a secure manner
and just not be watched.
Yeah, because all it is they don't want they don't want their own horse shit to be exposed on a public level. They don't want look at how we've treated people in the past that leak certain information about our government, even though they're caught with their pants down and they clearly were breaking the law. We're still vilifying these people. We're still we still have these people in jail cells. We have these people
Snowden,
running all over the world trying to seek asylum.
You can't even come home.
Yeah, and that's horseshit. And all he did was basically expose.
Tell the truth?
Yeah, he told the truth. He did what he thought was right, and what he did was the right thing. The man should be lauded as a hero.
Yeah. Well, during that administration, they said that what part of their running for to get elected, their platform on their website was not persecuting whistleblowers.
Right.
They took that off too, by the way.
Of course they did.
During the Obama administration, and then they went after him. That was it. They went after him.
Well, that's something that's always bothered me.
It was too real.
Something that's always bothered me. I think that we need to implement something here in America that states, by law, if you run on certain topics, if you run on certain ideas or certain changes that you want to make or certain beliefs that you want to have commonplace, not prosecuting whistleblowers and stuff like that, you should be held by law to at least attempt to try to make progress on all of the points that you run on.
Mm-hmm.
If you make these promises, you should be held by law to a certain standard.
If you're going to say this is my platform,
yeah,
when I get elected, then you should be held accountable for that.
Absolutely, and we have nothing in place
because they all know the people who are lifetime government people know when they get elected, we're going to show them, we're going to change their mind on a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, and we wouldn't have these dynasties where the entire family has been holding public office for how many generations. We wouldn't have shit like that.
Even just one person for fucking 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Gets free health care. Free health care for the American people. But not a good idea. But, if you're a senator or in the House, you get free health care and your family gets free health care for life. So,
not to mention they're insane salary they make.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then they're the ones who vote to increase their salaries.
Exactly.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, that's exactly what we're seeing.
I wish I could vote if I could increase my salary.
Yeah, we'd have to start voting first. Let's get back to Miss Ghislaine.
But today she faces a 6-count indictment charging her with child sex trafficking counts, alleging she was sometimes in the room joining Epstein in the sex abuse of 3 different underage girls. She is also charged with perjury for allegedly lying under oath in a lawsuit filed by one victim. Victims have long alleged there were others, including Maxwell, who helped Epstein recruit and sexually abuse them.
So I follow Ghislaine up the stairs, and there's this man laying naked on a green
Some of these victims
table.
are just butt.
The Epstein case shook the world of finance and even British royalty. Prince Andrew has been accused by one alleged victim of wrongdoing, allegations he denies. But federal prosecutors say to date, the prince has not agreed to answer any questions.
Oh, he's in some
As
hot
for Maxwell,
water
if
now.
she's held on bail, she could wind up back in New York awaiting trial inside the same jail where Epstein killed himself.
That's smart.
Where Epstein, quote unquote, killed himself.
I wish he would have done that. I wish he would, like, the camera would have cut back to him and he just, like, winked while he was saying it.
Killed himself. Like,
come on, Mark, you can't do that.
So sad to hear that Ghislaine killed herself tomorrow.
Yeah,
I know,
oh, that's another thing. You boys,
exactly.
Do you boys think that by the time we're recording our episode next week, do you think she'll still be alive?
No.
Because she's already agreed to cooperate and name names.
That's it.
She's dead.
Hill Dog's gonna get her, dude.
Think so?
Hill Dog.
She's gonna sneak a snook in her sniz.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll see. I hope not. I want to hear some names named.
Prosecutors are asking her to be held without bail, citing her having $20 million in various bank.
She gets bail.
Well,
what if they? What do you mean? Then what? They give her bail? If they give her fucking bail,
she's gone again.
She bails out. She's gone, and then the powers that be probably kill her, or she disappears into like a fart in the wind.
I just think that if her main concern is survival right now, and trying to avoid
it's either
life in prison, then she's gonna try to stay alive and try to cooperate.
It's either she kills herself, or the judge gives her some kind of bail that she can post, because she could post any bail basically.
Right. Well, that's the thing too, is like, it could just go so many different directions right now. Like if she cut a deal before she got caught, if she cut a deal with people that like had something to lose by her running her mouth, maybe she cut a deal where like, okay, look, we're going to set this up to where you get bailed out. When you get bailed out, you just disappear to another part of the planet or whatever. We'll have your back financially, but you keep your mouth shut.
She doesn't need anyone's back. Like, she doesn't need money, but they could say that. She gets bailed, they'll probably kill her anyways.
I mean, I would. That's you kind of have to, right?
I mean, why take a chance? You know,
why take a chance?
Yeah,
he was a fucking Marine.
Bank accounts. They also say she has 3 passports and is using aliases like G-Max.
What world are
very
we
original? She uses aliases like G-Max.
It's like the whole Superman disguise thing, just putting on some glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Clark Kent.
Well, that's different. All white people look alike. So G-Max, dude. What the
No one would
fuck?
ever suspect. Are you Ghislaine Maxwell? No, I'm G-Max.
It's some lady,
right.
some lady flying first class in a tacky like leopard Gucci leisure suit with the name G-Max. A little on the nose, isn't it? For fuck's sake.
That is very...
Because you know damn well no matter what name she's using, she's not like switching how much she's spending.
No. But let's be a little more creative than G-Max.
I agree. That's a little too much.
But the FBI says they
She's a
knew she was
villain.
in New Hampshire, just waiting for the indictment to make the arrest. In the newsroom, Jonathan Dienst, News 4.
Okay, John, so many of these disturbing accusations in the
learn how to
case
speak,
center
big ears.
around Epstein's multi-million-dollar
Look at his
townhouse on
ears.
the Upper East Side of Manhattan. That's where investigators were earlier last year. News 4's Rana Navini now there live with some new reaction to this latest.
People with masks
Why are you
outside.
This bitch is outside as a newscaster wearing a mask.
The butthole behind her has one on too.
Yeah, well, he's an asshole too, probably.
Arrest with Ghislaine Maxwell. Rana, what are you finding out?
Well, Stefan, as you said, the indictment lists this Upper East Side townhome as one of the locations where Ghislaine Maxwell.
We get it. How many times do we have to see the fucking townhouse?
Nice doors.
Epstein
Very nice
and
doors.
Epstein's accusers have long accused Maxwell of being involved, but she never faced charges until now. Victims say.
Great addition. Why did they need to cut to her for that? That was a complete.
You know why they had to cut to her.
Yeah, but she doesn't look hot with a fucking mask on, and she's wearing that.
I'm not even saying because she was hot. Why they cut to her?
Oh, do you think it was a diversity thing? Gotcha.
They need a woman's opinion on that.
We're stone cold feminists here, and we're calling you out.
Thank you.
Ghislaine Maxwell
thank me
played
for
a
things
key
that I'm
role
gonna
in their
do
abuse.
naturally.
They say she recruited and groomed them for sexual encounters with Jeffrey Epstein. Some of the accusers, as young as.
Intern Logan's a little quick to try to get into that seat, dude. You better watch your back, man. We got a young up-and-comer.
I got better things to do.
14 years old.
He raped me.
Oh.
Forcefully raped me, but knew exactly what he was doing.
In a Today Show interview last
Whoa.
All right.
Let's just stop and admire what's going on here for a second.
Well, Rick, first of all, you shouldn't laugh at her being raped by Epstein.
I didn't laugh at anyone being raped.
I feel like you did.
No, I did not.
We're stone cold feminists here, and we're calling you out.
I didn't laugh at the fact she was raped. I said I was chubbing up a little bit. That had nothing to do with her rape story.
She is a pretty woman walking down the street.
That's exactly what's happening in this clip right here, but still.
It's also a song.
I just want to make it abundantly clear.
Trying to be funny with the song, but
I don't think rape's funny.
Thank you.
July,
Go kill
Jennifer
yourself.
Arose said she was abused by Epstein when she was 15. After Maxwell's arrest, Arose sent a statement to NBC News.
How old
saying,
was Epstein
"Today,
at that
my fellow
point?
Epstein survivors and I are able
Late
to take
40s.
a breath of relief, as Maxwell's
think.
arrest means some justice for survivors can exist. For years, I feared Epstein and his ring. Maxwell was the center of that sex trafficking ring.
Ooh.
Now that the ring has been taken down, I know that I can't be hurt anymore."
That's
I
not
made a
true.
statement. Thank you.
She
Maxwell
can't.
has always
There's another ring. One ring goes down, another ring pops up.
Yeah, exactly. And if they're in
There's
the
a
public
ring
eye
today.
well, they're in the public eye. That means there's a bunch of people who are not. That are just
for
pulling
sure.
strings in the background.
That are having rings.
They have figureheads. They
With
have
these-
figureheads all over the world. They
There's-
have people
yeah.
that do this for
Come
them.
on.
Like, the fuck is she? No, if anything, they're going to kill her ass if she keeps going out there and talking like that.
Yeah, it's
going to get clapped. It's going to be a clapback.
maintained her innocence, but attorneys representing other victims claim otherwise. Attorney Dan Kaiser saying Maxwell has been arrested and justice can now be served. Maxwell was the architect of Epstein's sex ring and can now be held accountable in a court of law. And attorney Brad Edwards saying as for Ghislaine's importance in Jeffrey Epstein's organization, as well as her loose affiliation with the truth, we have worked for years to expose both. Today brings us one step closer to justice.
It's just the slimiest. She came from.
Why are they wearing masks?
And this is what she does.
Outside.
Look at this bitch right here.
She's got a straw hat on.
She's got a straw hat on. She's got the she
has a mask that's under her chin.
Her gigantic fucking chin.
Yeah.
Why do rich people look so inbred? Have you noticed that like old money looks like inbred?
Because they are.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Who am I kidding? You got to keep it in the family, right? You can't be spreading that wealth
to a certain
around.
degree. Yeah.
Look at their fucking cartilage in her ears like rotting off because her fucking DNA is just disintegrating in real time. She looks horrible though. She in her statement too. What a hot take. She comes from immense wealth and this is what she does? That's a non-opinion, you fucking nobody. Go spend your husband's money and continue to do nothing with your life. You straw hat wearing bitch. I hope you get fucking killed by a taxi.
Well, it would be nice if there was a hat removal service.
True. In New York, there's
Ready.
there's a couple of hat removal services.
They're in
New York.
locations that she probably is not living in.
Yeah, she needs to take a
Someone
cab
might have
uptown. And
yeah. You'd have to call. You know,
go walk around Bed-Stuy with that confidence that you've got and fucking see if that hat doesn't get removed.
Yeah.
Inside Epstein's former townhouse on the Upper East Side, neighbors say they remember the FBI raid here almost exactly a year ago. Prosecutors say this is where she brought some of the victims, knowing what would happen.
I'm so happy to hear that his confidant was arrested because, you know, I think my generation is seeing an opportunity to hold people accountable.
That guy has some short shorts on, dude.
Yes, he does, Adam. It's like looking into the future, right?
I don't know if I can really wear short shorts. Oh, if I had a son and he wanted to wear short shorts, by all means, do it.
Well, short shorts do rule. You just have to be careful because as you age,
I feel like it's risky.
Yeah, exactly. Well, men of our age, you know, it's a little bit risky because things start to sag a little bit. Your nuts could start popping.
I just
out.
feel like you could be hanging dong.
Well, yeah, I told you about my old school baseball coach. He like even in the wintertime, this dude was wearing short shorts. Like he was a coach all year round. He always had his whistle on him. He always had his fucking Ray-Bans on, and like whatever team he was coaching at the time, he'd always be wearing their hat everywhere he went. And dude, my parents loved this guy because he wasn't like the other coaches. If you were fucking around, like he would swear. You could smell beer on his breath. He was always chewing tobacco and shit. He'd be like, Hanson, you don't get your fucking ass in gear. I'm going to put a kid worth having in that field, and I'm going to make you look like a goose. He'd just yell at you, and then like I'd look over at my parents for some support, and my dad would just be shaking his head like, fuck yeah, finally we got somebody turning this little bitch into a man.
And as you'd imagine, an incredibly sensitive and emotional time for many of Epstein's victims. Many of them not ready to speak about Maxwell's arrest yet, but the attorney's saying this is one step closer to justice for them.
Is it?
Reporting live on the Upper East Side. Brandon Ovini, News 4, New York.
All right, now it's enough. I have a question, though, for you. Here, hold on real quick. Let me pull something up. Would you?
Is that real, though?
Yeah. This is a real picture of her like a while ago.
Why is she wearing American stuff?
Because this is part of her risque photo shoot she did for Epstein. Would you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay, we got one real answer.
Yeah.
Logan's
we definitely
over there.
got one real answer.
Well, Logan's 19.
No, you'd still fuck her. She came in this room wearing that. She's like, "Oh, Logan, fuck me." You'd be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna fuck this chick." You're fucking her. She's not.
I'd be disappointed in you if you didn't, Logan.
Yeah,
You gotta fuck her.
Guy. Come on,
it's Ghislaine Maxwell, dude. I mean, of course she's not the most attractive woman in the world, but it's just for the story. You can
She's
say
a billionaire.
You could say you jizzed on Ghislaine.
Yeah.
That fucking hacky ass shit.
Very bizarre picture, though.
Yeah, it's like
Very bizarre.
she's wearing like a weird beige kind of jacket thingy over.
It's like a raincoat.
Yeah, over a fucking American flag bikini.
Yeah.
And you can tell it was
And
taken
she's
a
British,
while
which makes
ago.
no sense, but.
Well, you can tell it was taken a while ago because look at the design of the bottom of that bikini. It's just like high thighs. I hate 80s bikinis. That's the worst shit on planet Earth. It makes all butts look weird. And butts in the 80s were terrible. It's like tits in the 70s. Who likes those coned out, weird, pointy boobs?
Yeah. No,
Nobody.
I hear you. I hear you on that. I don't understand it either.
It's just the design of the
what was with
brasiers.
pants in the 80s? Like, I don't get it. Pants and shorts, obviously.
Yeah.
Or, like you said, bikinis. Like, what was...
I don't know, dude. Just
How
a
does
lot
that
of
sexy?
design
Like,
flaws.
you know, you could see a chick in some pants today, but they're coming back with those high-rise pants. But...
They are, but it's different. And it's
at
not
least there's
as
yoga
bad.
pants, right?
Well, there's yoga pants, and I think the overall shape of women's asses changed because the overall
People are doing
shape of clothing has changed.
Well, and they're doing
so
squats.
asses look
Squats
better
are out there.
Asses look better in high-waisted pants now than they used to.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, yoga pants pretty much puts it all out there.
Yeah,
those are
yoga
a
pants.
great invention.
However, I have been disappointed before. Like, you get those yoga pants off sometimes, and the structural integrity of the booty is not what it.
Those are probably
what it was
some
supposed to
very
be.
high-end pants that can trick people.
Well, I'm just saying
You know,
the
if you-
design.
but Walmart has some yoga pants. So if you find a chick that's wearing yoga pants from Walmart and it still looks
looking-
good,
yeah, it's looking good.
Forget about it.
But yeah, they have those smoke screen fucking
I
yoga
agree.
pants that
There's
lift your cheeks up.
definitely some There's some ones that are engineered to like do some weird shit.
Yeah, it's like you
know?
take them off and all of a sudden this bitch's butt cheeks are in the back of her thighs. It's just like it falls down below her kneecaps. She looks like she has really muscular calves.
Yeah. Well, you see all those commercials where like copper infused.
Oh, don't get me started.
How annoyed is that?
It's perfect for crystal bitches.
Copper weaved. Like,
It's perfect for bitches who film hula hoop videos and fucking charge their crystals in the sunlight.
Yeah.
That's the type of people who
we
are
should
wearing
start
those.
selling pants that say they're weaved with crystals. They're not going to be, but like just say, or like we've rubbed them with crystals, so it's like crystal yoga pants, and they've been rubbed with crystals.
And we'll say that
Someone's going to steal that idea and make millions of dollars. But
well, we can also, the way that we would actually really, really get it off the ground is like, we'll be like, oh, a portion of the proceeds goes to help repair communities damaged by like crystal miners and stuff like that.
No,
No. Do these fucking hippies not realize that those rocks come from a place? They have to come from somewhere, and usually the place that those crystals and shit
Crystal
come from,
farm.
they're usually not very good areas, and the workers that get those crystals are not very, they're not treated very well.
You mean to tell me they don't come from a crystal farm?
No, sir.
They're not planting crystals.
The famous crystal tree.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No, this is coming from. This is most likely coming from a third world country where somebody who's too young to be working in a mine is working in a mine, and your ass is over here promoting your fucking crystal power, not knowing that it's basically a blood diamond. I'm just sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Bunch of Bologna Boys.
Speaking of.
Oh, great segue.
Yeah, it's always good to say it right afterwards. You can't just let it be. Yeah, keep drinking over there, you fucking lush.
Get the spot soon, Adam.
One Gatorade.
Logan pulls off a fucking perfect segue, and Adam's got to come out of fucking left field, making the room smell like vodka.
It's barely.
Yeah, here, let me have a sip. So, our Bologna Boy this week is none other than Big Willie style Will Smith, because this man allowed himself to be cucked.
it was a voluntary cuck. Well, I guess all cucks are voluntary, but
not really. I mean, you can.
Is there forcible cuckold?
Yeah, I mean, if you're fucking somebody's wife behind the guy's back, you're still cucking him.
Fair enough. Good point.
But this is even worse because it's out in a public front.
It's a no. He's a voluntary cuck.
Yeah, that's why he's a Bologna Boi. He wouldn't be a Bologna Boi if it was behind his back. I'd have left him alone.
Right.
But when you look at the
he's
guy,
letting it happen.
Yeah, when you look at the guy that cucked him,
he's sanctioning it.
His name's August Alsina, and this dude just. I don't know. He reminds me of everything.
Who is this guy?
He's an R&B singer, and he reminds me of everything that I hate about the generation below me. Like your generation, Logan.
Guy.
Logan's cool, but
have you seen this guy before, Logan? I don't know if I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen.
Wait. First of all, I want to point out that it's funny that Logan's our expert Googler, but instead of Googling him real quick, he like bent all the way around the setup to try to catch a sneak peek at August Alsina. But so yeah, getting back to the whole situation here, in a nutshell, it looks like Jada Pinkett Smith has been fucking August Alsina for a while now, and then recently August Alsina, he did an interview where he said he got Big Willie Styles permission to buck his wife because, as you know, Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith do not consider themselves a married couple. They say that they're life partners. And they're always kind of like, especially with Jada Pinkett Smith, she's always diluting everything and always obfuscating from like the real issue at hand, which is that she's just, they both want to go out and fuck who they want to fuck, and like whatever, do what you got to do. I mean, they both seem to be very in love, like their marriage is working, and they're both fucking powerhouses.
Their kids are a mess, in my opinion, but
well, yeah, because they're both a mess. I mean, dude, Jada Pinkett Smith is one of the most self-centered fucking like me. She tries to talk about her issues, but she always ends up obfuscating and calling it something way lighter than what it is.
Because she never did what Will Smith did. That's why.
Well, I think the big thing is I think Jada Pinkett Smith was initially like a beard for Big Willie.
We've talked about this, Richard.
I think Big Willie's on the down low. Which, hey, whatever, dude. I don't care.
There's nothing wrong with it, but
it's 2020.
Maybe potentially he
come
is.
out with it.
There's always been rumors. I'm telling you.
Just needs to come out of the closet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's more acceptable than ever.
And if he's with, say, in a theoretical universe with Tom Cruise,
yeah,
it's a perfect storm.
Gay in space.
Oh, you stole it.
But
okay. Was that an attempt to segment not going into that?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Because
Tom Cruise is making a fucking
Tom
movie
Cruise
in
is
space.
making a story in space. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah, that's why I said gay in space.
They're going to do a gay thing. I feel like that was a good idea, but
yeah, that's why I said gay in space. What the fuck?
No one else got that.
Quit
without
deconstructing
there was
every
no context.
fucking thing. You're
up.
autistic, and
I brought it up yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Thing.
That's another thing too. Why do you always need fucking validation and credit for every little thing that you fucking say and do? It makes you seem like such a prick.
I just was molested.
I would like to go into the theory of it. Okay, all right,
it's true.
I would like to go into the whole
by all means, we all have all day, Mister. I'm in a hurry. I got shit to do. Let's hurry up and record. Now he wants to go into the fucking fine points of his own cynicism.
We can't slander someone of Scientology. So
you can't. I can. What are they gonna take from me?
Got something to tell us there, Adam?
Adam is a Scientologist.
That's it.
All right, let's listen to this fucking thing. So this is kind of just like I got this from Entertainment Tonight. This is a little special they did on the whole situation, and yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Let's go into this.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation.
Okay, his hair.
Yes,
his hair.
2 seconds into the fucking clip.
I don't.
You could have.
Is it flat in the back?
He's wearing a fucking hat. He's wearing a fucking weird hat that's kind of
like a yarmulke type,
like Adebisi style type hat.
Oh, okay.
But it's just bigger. But yeah, his hair is his hair is basically like mine is right now. It's just falling with the middle part. It's just that.
It's very much like your hair. Okay.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing.
After August Alsina claimed he had a relationship with Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, the Smiths were silent. But not anymore, with Jada making a major statement on social media on Thursday. The 48-year-old actress hit up Twitter writing, "There's some healing that needs to happen, so I'm bringing myself to the red table."
She's bringing herself to her own
It seems safe to
show.
assume that tweet was about the August drama. And of course, the Red Table is a reference to Jada's Facebook watch talk show, Red Table Talk.
Well, the Red Table is a place of testimony.
August has
shut the fuck up,
Some
you
fucking
sanctimonious
millionaire
bitch.
Some fucking millionaire bitch trying to tell us, oh, this is a...
And she's holding herself accountable on her own show.
she?
Yeah, and
Is
her
she?
co-host is her mom.
Yeah.
And she has her kids on and stuff. And dude, she likes to obfuscate. She'll like, if you say, let's say for instance, in this particular situation, you cheated on your husband with his knowledge, I guess, but it's still infidelity. She wouldn't call it infidelity. She'd say, as life partners, we've chosen to experience the love of other people, and it was two people coming together under the blanket of love, and like that's how she speaks about things. She will not criticize herself, and she absolutely will not let anyone criticize her, which is why her family is her co-hosts, and it's her show. No one else has any other type of like production input whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's why it's on Facebook.
Yeah. And another thing, her fucking eyes never change from this "I'm better than you" kind of like stare, and
because
like,
that's what she
pithy.
thinks. Of course, come on.
What a dumb
She's been a
fucking
millionaire
bitch.
for 20, 30 years, dude.
Everything that comes out of her stupid entitled fucking mouth is nothing but drivel, and she sounds like just a fucking wet blanket every time she opens her stupid fucking mouth.
You mean to tell me you don't want to see a bunch of millionaires sit at a red table and tell you how life really is for everybody? They know more than us how life really is.
Only if that red table's at the top floor of the World Trade Center in September 2001.
September 11th, around 8:30 in the morning.
I'd watch that show. This fucking dumb bitch.
Actually been a guest on the show before.
I really
And
hate
then we
her.
got Og here, who, my mother's 64, August 25.
Yes.
And he is at the beginning stages
Yes.
of a clean life.
Now,
does that
it's
even mean?
unclear when Jada will be addressing the topic on her show, but new episodes typically drop on Fridays. Romance rumors between August
I
and
hate
Jada have
that.
circulated for a while. And
I hate that. Nothing's dropping. You're not dropping anything. Quit trying to fucking use...
There's going to be a bunch of people that are related to the media listening to it, and that's it.
Yeah, no one gives
There's
a fuck.
Corona going on. You think everyone's caring about fucking Will Smith?
Well, what's funny is if you
Jada
go,
Smith?
if you like go to Jada Pinkett Smith's tweet, that one that they featured that says there's some healing that needs to happen, so I'm bringing myself to the red table. People are in the comments here just making jokes and shit. Like this guy right here, the first one is, why did July about August? That's pretty fucking good.
Dude. That guy, thumbs up on that.
So like there's a couple of these, like this right here. And when I saw it was you, I said to myself, oh no, not Jada. And then like there's a bunch of memes of making fun of her holding herself accountable to herself. Like she's not going out in public making any public statements or anything. She's going on to her show so that she can spin it the way that she wants to spin it.
It's very self-absorbed stuff.
And then of course that butt-faced Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, she tweets in support, go off with a crown emoji. That's that butt-face, what's her name? Fucking, was it Arya? The ugly one? Yeah, she played Arya Stark. She's just the grossest looking munchkin on planet Earth. You know, she's just over here. She's all, you know, Maisie Williams
She's
is all
trying
woke
to be
now.
a hype beast.
Well, she's all woke now, you know. She's
a woke beast.
Yeah, she's a woke beast. She's just a beast. She looks like she should be fucking telling riddles under a fucking bridge.
She might.
Gross looking nobody.
That is like,
And in 2019, fans speculated that the musician's song Nunya was written about the 48-year-old
great.
actress.
Now because the fucking audio in the background, I gotta turn that down. so we don't get-
Demonetized.
Like we have to worry about that anyway. Dude, why would you play a fucking sound clip that long?
August denied those claims.
People don't necessarily know the truth, but I've never done anything wrong.
But during a
Oh, of course
recent
not.
interview with Angela Yee about his new album, The Project 2 State of Emergency, the 27-year-old singer claimed he's lost money, friendships, and relationships over the rumors.
Well, yeah, dude, you're
People
fucking somebody's
can have whatever
wife.
ideas that they like, but what I'm not okay with is my character, being in question. I'm not a troublemaker. I don't like drama. And I also don't think that it's ever important for people to know what I do, who I sleep with, who I date, right? But in this instance, it's very different because, as I said, there's so many people that are side-eyeing me, looking at me questionable about it.
You look like a fucking
Jada's
douchebag.
husband of 22 years actually gave him permission to move forward with Jada.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times.
Get the fuck
And
out of here.
You know, not
That's just
involving
pretentious bullshit.
romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
Will and Jada have long
I'm
been
sure he
rumored
wanted
to
that
have
known
an
too,
open
right?
marriage,
Yeah,
something
it's like,
they've denied.
make sure you tell ET
but they
about
have
this.
admitted to having a non-traditional marriage, opting to call each other life partners rather than husband or wife. In fact, last year, Jada
Big
revealed
Willie's
that they
getting on the
don't
download,
celebrate
dude.
their wedding
Right.
anniversary.
I mean, come on.
It's more of a life partnership.
Yeah.
So it's not steeped in
there's the red
that
table.
day. In that
I
day.
fucking
Yeah,
hate that
so there's
table.
no like,
We don't really celebrate that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anymore in that sense because the context of our union
That
is
mom of hers looks like Ellen
totally
DeGeneres.
different.
Of course she
And
does.
in 2018, Will opened up about his marriage during an interview with Tidal's Rap Radar podcast.
We refer to
what
ourselves
podcast?
as life partners, right? Where you get into that space when you realize you are literally with somebody for the rest of your life. There's no deal breakers.
Yeah, we get
There's
it.
nothing she could do.
Not even Bad
ever.
Boys 4.
Nothing that would break our relationship. She has my support till death.
Hopefully that
Does that
comes
go
sooner
both
than
ways?
later. No, you know damn well it doesn't. And also there was another quote from Jada Pinkett Smith that said something along the lines of she was questioned whether or not they had been unfaithful to each other before. And she responded by saying, there have been things that Will has done that far surpass cheating on me with another woman. And she like said something about matters of the heart and like bigger betrayals than just sleeping with somebody.
Or
So like that was her response. She was like, he's betrayed me in much larger ways than that. Like she didn't have such a nice, concise way of framing their love for the camera, you know? She was like, she has no problem throwing other people under the bus, but as soon as it comes to her, she fucking brings herself to her own TV show.
She's
She
on
has
the red table, dude.
that fucking corpse of a mom sitting right next to her, just backing her up and everything, because you don't want that fucking money to get cut off.
Right.
You know, you can't look like Ellen DeGeneres
Gravy Train
as a black woman in your late 60s without some fucking money behind you.
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres isn't even good at looking like Ellen DeGeneres anymore. She really does look emaciated. She does not look healthy.
Potentially, she looks like Nosferatu. We've talked about
yeah, that's a good point, too. She really does. I mean, she's got the... I don't know. She just... To me, Ellen DeGeneres always looks like she's fighting off a cold.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah? Hot take? Hot take? Well, all right. With that being said, let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Fucking hitting a home run right at the end there. I like that.
Home run for the Chippa.
Thank you guys for joining us for another installment of the Brass Tacks Podcast. It's been a fun one. Hope you and your family have an awesome 4th of July weekend. Hope you don't blow your hands off, you know, fucking around with illegal fireworks and shit. If you have any suggestions for the show or anything you might think we might like or think we might find funny, email us, therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Follow us on all of our social media accounts, Facebook, Brass Tacks Podcast, YouTube, Brass Tacks Podcast, Instagram, The Real Brass Tacks. Other than that, you guys fucking have a good one, and I guess we'll see you next time. Peace. Blah.